For more videos like this for Discrete 1, you can take a look at Sarai Studies, link is in the description box below.
A proposition is a declarative statement that can either be true or false, not both. And it can't be questions and it cannot contain any undefined variables. So let's put this into practice. Let's play a game called proposition or not. First, we have 2 is even. Is that a proposition? Can it be either true or false? Yes, it could either be true or false. So it is a proposition. In this case, we know that 2 is even, so it is true, so that is its truth value. On the other hand, we have 2 is odd. Is that a proposition? Can it be either true or false? Yes, so it is a proposition. Now, whether or not it's true or false, we know that it's false because 2 is not odd, it's even, so the truth value would be false. What about x is even? You ask yourself, well, can x is even be either true or false? And you might be like, yes, because x is an integer and integers can either be even or odd. But what if x was pizza? X is actually undefined, and because we don't really know what x is, we can't just assume it's a number. It could be pizza, it could be house. House is even, pizza is even does not make sense. There's no truth value for that. So it is not a proposition, and because of that, it has no truth value. It's not applicable. That's why I said when you see any undefined variables, it is not a proposition. But what if you have the exact same thing, x is even, but now you let x be equal to 2. You defined what x is. You said, okay, x is 2, so 2 is even is a proposition because that can either be true or false. And what is its truth value? True, because we know that 2 is even. What about x is even and we're letting x be an integer? Is that a proposition or not? Well, we are defining what x is. We're saying, hey, x is an integer. It's not pizza. It's not water bottle. No matter what integer x is, we know that integers can be even or odd. So this can either be true or false, so it is a proposition. Now, do we know its truth value? No, we actually don't know what the truth value is, and that's okay. We don't need to know. And we don't know its truth value because we don't really know what specific integer x is, but we do know that because it is an integer is even will either be true or false, so it is a proposition. What about is 2 even? Well, that's a question. Propositions have no questions, so that is not a proposition, and because of that, there is no applicable truth value. What about the universe is infinite? Ask yourself, can it be true or false that the universe is infinite? Yeah, it's either going to be true or false. So it is a proposition. Now, what's the truth value of that? Is it true or is it false? We don't know. We don't have the resources to check. So again, it's okay that you don't know what the truth value is of the proposition. All that matters is that you do know that it could either be true or false, but not both. All cows are brown. Is that a proposition? Ask yourself, can it be true or false that all cows are brown? Yeah, it could either be true or false, so it is a proposition. Now, what is its truth value? Well, it's false because we can just show you a black and white cow and say, yeah, it's false that all cows are brown. Here's a black and white cow. So not all cows are brown. What is your favorite color? This is a question. Propositions have no questions, so it is not a proposition, and so therefore the truth value is unapplicable. This statement is false. Is that a proposition? Ask yourself, can that be true or false? Well, read it out loud. This statement is false can be true, but if it is true, it's false. If you're saying that the statement is false, is a true thing, and that means that this is false. And so it is true and false at the same time. And a proposition cannot be both. And so therefore this is not a proposition. It's actually something we call a paradox. And so therefore it has no applicable truth value. My cat is the cutest cat in the world. Is that a proposition? Can it be true or false? Yeah, it could be either true or false. So it is a proposition. Now, what is its truth value? Is my cat the cutest cat in the world? We don't know. We don't know what the truth value is. Again, we don't have the resources to check all the cats in the world. So we're probably not going to know whether that's true or false, but it is still a proposition because it can be either true or false. And finally, if you open the door, a bear will come in. Is that a proposition? Can it be true or false? Yes, it could be true that if you open the door, a bear will come in, or it could be false. So if you open the door, a bear will not come in. Either way, because it can be either true or false, it is a proposition. Now, what is its truth value? We don't know. Again, it could either be true or false. We really don't know. But as long as it could be one or the other and not both, it is a proposition. And that's it for this video. In the next, we'll talk about how to represent propositions mathematically. We'll talk about atomic versus compound propositions, logic operators, aka connectives, and how to construct truth tables for all of these propositions. I'll see you in the next.